Good evening and welcome to the latest Seahawk Central News, your source for the latest in local news and entertainment. I'm Trevor Bray.
And I'm Anna Phillips. Remember to check us out at tiltv.org and on our Facebook page. Seahawk Central News airs every Monday through Thursday on both TLN and the Seahawk channel.
We hope you all had a safe and relaxing spring break. Stay tuned for a look at UNCW's annual Feast Down East and a look at the Surf Riders discussion with author Beth Terry.
Don't forget to check out our sports show on the half hour where Trey Owings will let us know what's happening in the world of sports.
Stay tuned because Seahawk Central News starts right now.
The UNCW Surf Rider Foundation hosted a talk in Lumina Theater last night. The group brought in author Beth Terry to share tips from her book, Plastic Free: How I Kicked the Plastic Habit and How You Can Too. Before the book, Terry kept a blog documenting her experience as she went plastic free. You can check it out at myplasticfreelife.com. Also present to help give out practical tips and tricks were a local mom, Danielle Ricardet, and a UNCW plastics researcher, Bonnie Monteleone.
Tonight I talked to the UNCW campus about plastics, the problems and solutions to using less plastics. One of the things that I do is I do a lot of beach cleanups at Wrightsville Beach, and it's important to reduce plastics because it's the #1 littered item on our beaches, which our beaches eventually flow into our oceans, and we want to protect our environments.
I learned some new ways on how to be plastic free, which I didn't know before, and I learned too that there's a lot of people that are interested in this, which is comforting and uplifting, I guess you could say. I think rhetorically it's good for them to see how people present different arguments on issues that are important to them, and I also think it's important for them to see, for instance, Bonnie, her project started as a paper assignment, and it morphed into this. So I think it shows students that something that they're interested in, if they're truly passionate about it, can turn into something huge.
Considering the Wrightsville Beach smoking ban, along with several of the points addressed at the talk this past evening, it's very clear that the real question for UNCW students is what will they do in order to make a difference. Until next time, I'm Logan Spaller, reporting for Seahawk Central News, TLTV. Back to you.
Let's face it, we all came to college in hopes to get a decent job after graduation to work our way up in whatever career we see fit. Well, the UNCW Communications Studies Department is aiding students in that process. Come Friday, the annual Communication Studies Day will commence. There will be alumni panels, networking sessions, a Dress for Success fashion show, and a social taking place after business hours at the Dirty Martini. Both alumni panels will take place in the Lucy TV studio, which is home to our very own Chill TV. You can stop by either at 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. for the hour-long discussions with the professionals. For more information about the events, visit the Com Studies website.
A new art exhibit is on display in the UNCW Cultural Arts Building. Catechology, the art and study of the book, is an artistic exhibition featuring photographs, sculptures, paintings, and more by many different artists. Catechology is the study of the book as a physical object, what the pages are made of, how it is bound, its form and texture. The exhibit is free and open to the public and will be open until April 5th.
Despite the spring break lull in our academia, our political host Jessica Ferrer has still been on the ball with national and international politics. Good evening, Jessica.
Good evening, Trevor, and welcome back to another update on politics here on Seahawk Central News. I'm your host, Jessica Ferrer, bringing you the latest in local, national, and international political news. 2 local politicians are working on a bill that would force convicted sex traffickers to register as sex offenders. Republican Senator Tom Goolsbee first introduced the bill that received support from a North Carolina State Senate committee. Similar legislation was put together by Representative Susie Hamilton, a Democrat who told the blog Cape Fear Watchdogs that Wilmington is one of the worst cities in the state for human trafficking, which she says is based largely on anecdotal evidence. Hamilton says that this is because of Wilmington's maritime industry. However, chairman of the state's Port Authority, Danny McComas, said in the same Cape Fear Watchdogs post that he is not aware of this and would be interested in talking with the legislators to see what they know. Hamilton's legislation also includes stricter penalties for human trafficking in North Carolina. A bipartisan effort between Senator Goolsbee, Representative Hamilton, and others is now happening to create one piece of legislation. North Carolina is ranked in the top 10 states for human trafficking by the Polaris Project. Hours before meeting with U.S. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, Afghan President Hamid Karzai said that attacks on Afghan civilians by the Taliban are in service to America. U.S. Special Forces are planning on leaving the country by 2014, but Karzai says that the bombings by the Taliban were meant to show that if the Americans withdraw, they will not leave the Afghan civilians alone. The statements made by Karzai were during a televised speech while the Defense Secretary was visiting Afghanistan for the first time. With the U.S. not handing over control of a prison and accusations of abuse of an engineering student by Afghan forces that are backed by the CIA, Karzai's assertions were that the Taliban and the U.S. are destabilizing the country. Hagel says that when he met with Karzai, they had a forward conversation expressing support for Afghanistan, but also pushing back on Karzai's claims. Once again, I'm Jessica Ferrer. Thanks for joining me for more updates in the world of politics. Back to you in the studio.
UNCW's 31st Annual Business Week will be March 18th through the 22nd. The week is intended to help prepare students for what the business world will actually be like outside of the classroom. There will be over 100 sessions that students can attend throughout the week, including luncheons, lectures, meet and greets, and more. To register or get more information, you can check out the Cameron School of Business website.
Watson College of Education is heading to the big screen. For the first time ever, the department is hosting their very own film festival. The event starts a week from today and will come to a close Tuesday, March 26th. 3 films will be showcased: American Teacher, Bully, and Race to Nowhere. The films all discuss common issues in America's education system, addressing teachers' minute salary, student-to-student harassment, and the pressure modern education and regulations put on students. All screenings will take place in Lumina Theater and entry is free.
While UNCW students kicked off their spring break Friday, March 1st by traveling around the U.S. and to various countries, a feast was taking place in Wilmington. Feast Down East held their 3rd annual food conference to discuss the importance about growing and buying local produce. Reporter Hannah Brewer was there at the conference to learn more about the organization. Hannah?
Connecting local food and local folks. That's the theme of the 3rd annual regional conference being held here in the Bernie Center by Feast Down East. Through workshops, the conference focuses on educating small farmers and encouraging consumers to use local food. I spoke with a few vendors, volunteers, and guests to learn more.
This is Feast Down East's 3rd annual regional conference, and I'm the director of Feast Down East, and we are bringing together our farmers and our consumers here at a conference to educate both sectors on how to build a local food system. We're providing workshops for farmers so they can build and sustain their farms and build capacity to supply the demand for local foods in our region. So we have workshops on sustainable farming practices, business planning, pest management, things like that. And then we have a track for consumers, the people who consume our local foods, to build commitment among the public to support the local food effort and to bring more local food into their communities and into their stores from our small local farmers.
I'm developing a 15-acre organic farm in Hampstead, and I wanted to find out first sort of how to do it, and then also what to grow on it if I'm going to market it. And so far the seminars I've been to have been very educational. I've learned a lot from them.
We're here today to definitely support the Feast Down East program and movement. We're a big supporter of what's going on here locally.
Well, I'm here for Dr. Snyder's Food and the Environment class, so I actually get extra credit to volunteer. But I personally am an environmental studies major, and I'm very interested in local agriculture. When I graduate, I want to work with local sustainable agricultural systems because I think that's an important part of the local economy and the local health.
Locally grown food is beneficial to both consumers and businesses. Feast Down East promotes this in our region. This is Hannah Brewer for Seahawk Central News TLTV.
Our very own producer, Janae Randall, is in the studio tonight for a sit-down interview with Dr. Kimberly Cook, the coordinator for UNCW's Quality Enhancement Plan. Banners have been posted all over campus to draw attention to the organization, and Janae is looking to find out what the QEP is all about.
Hello Seahawks, I'm Janae Randall. Students, you may have noticed the recent banners around campus containing the phrase ETEAL. But what is ETEAL and how is this relevant to you? As the university is again up for its reaccreditation through the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, Dr. Kimberly Cook, UNCW's QEP coordinator, is here with me to explain. Dr. Cook, thank you very much for joining me. If you could please sort of give us a simpler definition of what the QEP process is and how ETEAL sort of ties in with that for the university.
I'm happy to do that. First of all, I'm really excited that people have been noticing the banners. The banners are beautiful. They've been beautifully designed and expertly hung by our friends in facilities, and the logo was designed by a colleague on the QEP Topic Development Task Force, and so we've had a lot of fun getting the word out. The ETEAL stands for Experiencing Transformative Education Through Applied Learning. One of the things that UNCW is pretty well known for, and that we take a great deal of pride in on this campus, is applied learning. We do applied learning a lot. We do it really well. It is evident in things like directed individual studies with faculty members, group research projects, honors theses, study abroad, internships, service learning, community engagement, student teaching, community health programs, and the School of Nursing. There's a lot of applied learning that goes on across campus. And what we wanted to do with our quality enhancement plan, every campus has to have a quality enhancement plan, but every campus's quality enhancement plan has to be unique to that campus. So ours is focusing on enhancing applied learning.
And obviously engaging those students to participate in that experience.
Yes.
How is it that students can become involved with this? So what is the best way for them to learn more about it, for them to get that involvement that they need for their learning experience?
Well, one of the things that students can do to participate to begin with is just to become familiar with what ETEAL is, what our QEP involves. So the best place to learn about it, just to get the first familiarity with it, would be to go to our website, which is uncw.edu/QEP. And there you will learn all kinds of things about the Quality Enhancement Plan and about ETEAL and how we will be developing ETEAL in the near future. So students will be able to get involved in these classes as instructors are revamping and enriching their applied learning opportunities for students across campus.
Excellent. And as you had mentioned, so far ETEAL has been a work in process for 3 years, correct? And it's obviously an ongoing process for the university?
Actually we've been building it, we've been testing it, we've been tinkering with it, we've been ironing out the wrinkles, we've been promoting it across campus, we've been trying to get as many people involved in helping us formulate the plan throughout the 3 years that we've been working on it. So it's been a really wonderful, rich, and joyful experience to see all of the different people come together and roll up their sleeves and say, let's do this and let's do it really well. It will officially begin in the next academic year.
Wonderful.
So it's not even officially begun yet, but we need more people to know about it, and we want students especially to be excited about it, because this is what UNCW is doing as part of our commitment to student learning.
It's essentially what UNCW is all about.
Exactly, and as part of UNCW's commitment to professional development for faculty and staff instructors.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Cook, for helping.
You're welcome. I'm really excited about it. It's been a lot of fun.
Hopefully we'll gain greater awareness among students for them to take part in such a wonderful opportunity.
Yes,
thank you very much.
And that brings this week's episode of Seahawk Central News to a close.
Seahawk Central News airs every day at 5 p.m.
Don't forget to go like us on Facebook and check out tltv.org for all of the latest episodes. Until next time, I'm Anna Phillips.
And I'm Trevor Bray, saying so long, Seahawks.